Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboyjobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this literally does not work. You know, what you have to do in life, I work hard, at least I think I work hard. You have to find a happy place, some place that you can go and get away from it. This is that place for me. Um, at the end of the day, after I've had a long, hard day, especially now that the weather's changing, I'm sorry, you guys down in New Orleans or Texas, that it's still hot as hell. But up here in the DMV area, it's getting cooler at night. You know, it's only about 80 degrees a day. And I can finally start using this fire pit that I built in the springtime. And I got to tell you, coming out here, turning on the TV, and relaxing is, for me, incredible. And I don't care who you are, you got to find your happy place. And for me, like I said, this is it. Football season is here, and I absolutely positively love it. Now, I'm sitting here thinking, because we're only about 3 days and 20 some hours away from kickoff against the Seattle Seahawks. And you guys know how much I've got a man crush on Kris Richard and his coaching abilities. When you look at a guy like Byron Jones, in fact, I tell you what, let's see what Jason Garrett has to say about Byron Jones, and then we'll come back.
Skills to do both, and we need him to play safety, and we need him to do different things in the early part of his career. And he's an outstanding person. He embraces any situation or any challenge that we've given him, and it's good to see him back at corner playing as well as he is, and we anticipate leaving him there for a little while. You know, his success oftentimes is predicated on how we're doing around him, and so with the opportunities he's gotten, he's done a really good job running the football. He's done a really good job catching the ball when he's had opportunities, and he's a really good football player. He'll get better. There's a lot of areas that he has to improve upon. There's some runs he wants back. There's some protections he wants back, all of that, but he goes about it the right way. He'll continue to get better as the season goes on. I don't know that we really wanted to limit him last year with anything beyond just the number of snaps he was playing. Again, coming back off of that injury and just being able to handle the workload. But it wasn't like, hey, keep him out of this situation, keep him out of this situation. He was more comfortable doing some things than others just based on his experience. And now he's got a year under his belt. He's got a couple games under his belt. He's getting more and more confident doing really everything we're asking him to do. I think the biggest difference is the fact that he's been able to sustain performance and play more snaps in the game. And done a really nice job of that the first couple of weeks. Yeah, Bryce is just getting integrated back into our team. He's going to practice today, and we'll see where he fits. Yeah, again, we think Bryce is a good player. Was a good player for us in the past, and when he became available, we thought it'd be good to add him to our team. But we'll just get him back. He hasn't practiced with us yet, so we'll give him a chance to practice today and see how he does.
Okay, so it's funny when we look at players. Before this season, people looked at Byron Jones and said, man, he's a wasted pick, man. He's a bum. I've always said that I thought he was more of a cornerback than a safety because, to me, a lot of safety, it's not about speed. It's about attitude. It's about wanting to kill somebody. Not exactly kill, but literally having that area and having the mentality of, if you come into my yard, you're going to get your head knocked off. And I can't say when Byron Jones was a safety that you had people that were fearful of going over the middle. Now, I know it's only 2 games in, but when you think that 5 times players were targeted against Byron Jones, that there was only 1 completion for 0 yards. And I know you guys will say, well, you only played Carolina and the Giants, so you're playing garbage offenses. But here's the thing. Carolina only had 293 yards against us at home. Not on the road, at home. They proceeded to go on the road and play against Atlanta on the road in a dome, have 456 yards. Cam Newton had 161 yards against us versus 335. His QBR against Atlanta on the road in the Mercedes-Benz Dome was a 105.3. Against us, 81. So you're telling me that our defense played a garbage offense with Greg Olsen, at least part of the game, and held them under 300 yards, yet they got 160 yards more on the road against Atlanta. That was defense, my friends. That wasn't garbage offense. I mean, that was deep. We saw what Atlanta did to us defensively, sacking us 9 times. Clearly, Kris Richard is a difference maker. And with us playing in Seattle, let me use this analogy for it. You know how when you break up with a woman and she knows that you're going to the same party or same event as you are, you know she spends a little bit more time getting ready for that event. She might wear the push-up bra with a little extra cleavage showing. She's got that slender dress that's on that really just accentuates that hourglass body. Spends a little bit more time on the makeup, maybe a little bit more red lipstick, you know, the nails, you know, done just right, the hair just perfect. So when she walks in the room, you literally, yeah, and you start thinking, damn, I bet she's wearing sexy underwear on top of that too. What the hell did I do? Why did I leave that? And that's where you have to be right now if you're Kris Richard. Because you want to go into Seattle, your former home, and you want to make them sweat. You want to make them say, damn, what the hell was I thinking? Because here's the thing that's crazy. What is absolutely positively crazy is the fact that you let Kris Richard go. Understand, in his time as defensive coordinator, 3 times they were number 1 in scoring defense. The other years, 4 and 7. The only year that he wasn't top 10 in scoring defense was last year. But he lost Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Cliff Averill, all Pro Bowlers, as well as Sheldon Richardson. And yet he was still 13th. So they let that guy go. So you don't think that there's a little extra incentive for him to go there and show them, you messed up. You shouldn't have left me. And I'm happy with where I am. Because here's the thing, and I know we're still early in the season. It's only 2 games in, and you can't really look at the New York stinking Giants as an offense with that offensive line. They are so bad that they have Chaz Green in today looking under the hood. Chaz Green. I got that. But here's the thing. You got Odell Beckham. You got Sterling Shepard. You got Barkley. You got all of these offensive weapons that didn't do jack crap. You shut them down. Eli Manning's best target was Barkley. 14 receptions for about a 4-yard per average shot. So I get it. We're talking about the Giants. But currently, the Dallas Cowboys defense has only given up 7 big plays. Second in the NFL. 9 sacks. Second in the NFL. Scoring defense. 4th in the NFL. And so when Kris Richard goes into Seattle, I can guarantee you that defense right now is going to be turned up an extra notch. He wants to stick the fork in their back and twist that sucker. He wants to dial up pain, especially on that offense that screwed him out of that second ring. He's going to want to show up Pete Carroll. So look for our defense. Ooh, Nelly. To follow Kris Richard's lead. And buddy, I can guarantee one thing. Pain. I'm Mark Holmes. And I'll see you guys real soon. And don't forget, we are planning the mother of all tailgates at FedEx Field. If you're going to that game, I want to make sure you're part of our tailgate. Details upcoming. I'll see you guys soon. I'm here with my people doing the hot wing challenge.
Day one.
And they didn't even drink any milk.
Get your man right here.
But I got one thing to say. How about them Cowboys?
Let's go!
There you go. Hopefully we'll get some great picks. We're gonna have some stuff.
Hey man, my ears smoking, my mouth hurting.
They hot. All right, you heard it. He said this ass is hot.